15% of his attempts come from out there, Dave.
George tracks down the loose ball, catch and fire.
They engage defensively, not just Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Andre Robinson, Steven Adams as well.
From the nail, George gets into the...
That is amazing. I mean, just amazing.
His video game is.
First points this quarter. George with a three.
George gets free, Hardaway in pursuit. George in rhythm, nails the three-pointer. He's 3 for 3.
Russell Westbrook, #1 in the NBA in assists per game this year.
George hits a three and a foul.
Sixers back up by 2. George with the step-back three. Got it!
Ingles shooting 47% from beyond the arc in the series. Westbrook, spin and a finish for Russell Westbrook.
Thinking about a 2-for-1 right here. Wow, Joe,
Would give you a little argument on that one back in the day. But he rivaled doctors.
Yeah.
Doctors aren't all over.
Oh, they were close.
Yeah.
Paul George on glass.
Utah lead midway through the final frame.
George drives and finishes for his 30th point.
outstanding pickup by the Rockets, getting Kenneth Faried.
Paul George for 3. That's good.
And the screen didn't bother him.
Jump shot goes for Paul George.
Ripping down the board. Westbrook pull-up scores.
Westbrook off to Adams. Westbrook corner. George for the lead.
They're dead last in three-point field goal percentage.
Westbrook has struggled and averages the triple double.
And come right back
For the rebound. George ahead to Westbrook. Pull-up jumper. Got it.
Another possession out to Westbrook. The lob. George finishing at the other end.
Gobert was 6, only 1 field goal for him. George, floater in.
It's really like, it should be their first quarter. How about the hesitation there by Paul?
36% three-point shooter this year. Paul George working against Crabbe. And Paul George with the stare down.
Go Mitchell guarding Westbrook. Shot clock at 8. George gets Mitchell off his feet and ties the game with a 3.
George again, another 3. George 2 for 2 from downtown.
Field. George using the Adams screen. Westbrook, wide open look. Russell Westbrook.
Most of those at the line for Toronto. Westbrook finds George on the wing for 3.
The window. Westbrook ahead to Paul George. It's a 3-point game.
And another steal and deflection by Paul George. And a step back right into the... Grown man move in traffic, the second time making the play.
George goes right at P.J. Tucker. Shot's good and 1.
That was what they're going to call. Players have to make the adjustment.
George. That's a 3.
Good job, better job of closing out on shooters. The bench is coming to done a solid job as well, too. They're knocking down the long ball.
Westbrook will go for the tie and puts it in. Holy cow! What a quarter by Westbrook.
Takes it right out of his hands. Throws it ahead to George. George slams it home. Now there's again OKC.
Allen sticks a pair. 6 minutes to play in the 4th. George. Oh, he is smoking hot.
Double. Longest active streak in the NBA. He's got it now and will try for 3 and put it in again.
But I have to say, I'm one of those guys who find it at times monotonous.
I wasn't going
The
to
Nets, some ball movement. They only got off 6 field goal attempts in the 4th prior to that.
Paul George soaring high.
They don't really have anybody who's comfortable creating their own offense.
George will rise and hit.
Now Rockets responded to an OKC run with one of their own. George for 3. Paul George now with 30.
Westbrook accelerating. George gets around Dinwiddie, corkscrews in, gets it in for Westbrook. 1-point game. Westbrook tosses. George, pump fake, 3 on the way. Yes! Paul George nails it. The Thunder.
The NBA has to figure out Lillard and McCollum, one of the highest scoring duos in the NBA from the guard position, is Paul George drains it from downtown.
Timberwolves the win back on December 23rd. 30 points in 42 minutes. Paul George. Pass on the cutter. Blocking foul. Score the field goal.
Woj bombs and shams. But if I'm the Pelicans, it's George. Lines it up from down 5 and 5. Put together a great year. George got behind him there, and an easy stuff.
Seasons in franchise history, second only to Alonzo Mourning, who had over 100 blocks 8 times in his.
The day was going to end with a Lorenzo Williams reference. You can get the production on that. Oh, Paul George.
But he's so effective with it. Just always seem to get something going to the basket. There's that hand
match here with George. Gives it back up. Westbrook to George. Spins. Boy, and after all.
Paul George. It was a nice contest. George kicks it out to Westbrook, who's wide open and hits a three.
with their offense. Obviously, that's the talk of the NBA right now. Paul George lines up another three. He says, hello, Vucevic. I got back-to-back.
Russell Westbrook with the 7 rebounds and 4 assists, now getting out. After the steal and the finish at the rim.
He shot badly, and here comes Westbrook hitting ahead for Paul George. Drives on Winslow and finishes.
He normally comes away with points.
14 points tonight on over 50% shooting. George with 3, and the Thunder.
Ball batted around. It's George, takes it away, sends it up the floor to Westbrook, and Westbrook this time with the two-handed stuff.
Puts it on the other end. Paul George open look at a triple, and he's not going to miss his attempts from downtown. Paul George drives. He's fouled on the play. Score the field goal.
Forces the steal on DeRozan. Thunder with numbers, 3-on-2. Westbrook charges all the way up to the cup.
This team, it's already got 10 assists and 9 rebounds. Sets up Paul George. Bottoms up from downtown.
What is going on out there?
20
Paul
points
George.
for Cat. And then George right back at it. We're working on a 3-game win streak after beating Portland, Dallas, and the Lakers. 3 ball is up and good from George.
In this quarter, Paul George, fast breaks.